This is Berlin's landmark boulevard Unter den Linden. This former bank that dates back to the early 20th century is one of Carlos Cutillas' favorite buildings. Together with his German partner Heinz Meermann, he had it painstakingly restored to the tune of 80 million euros.
This is the sort of building you can really fall in love with. It's so old, and it has this amazing old elevator. You see it, and you fall in love with it, and you invest in it. Obviously, you know you can also make some money with it. The location on the Unter den Linden is extraordinary.
At 5,000 euros per month, apartments in the newly renovated building, like this 200 square meter space, certainly don't come cheap. But the flat does have all the mod cons, including a sauna. Cutillas doesn't think he'll have any problem finding tenants. Where else can you find this sort of view? You can just about see the famous Brandenburg Gate, and the German property market is in good shape.
Prices have been skyrocketing in Spain, Britain, Ireland and many other countries. But right now the bottom has fallen out of the market. Whereas prices in Germany and Portugal have been climbing fairly steadily. We're banking on this kind of steady growth.
As Heinz Meermann explains, teaming up with the Chamartin group 2 years ago was a major step.
Our focus as developers used to be very local. We worked mainly in Berlin, and a few other sectors too. But now we have our Spanish partners. I have also bought into the company. We've become part of an international group. To me, it's very exciting to be active not just in Berlin and Germany, but also across the whole of Europe.
Whenever Carlos Cutillas is in town, he likes to take a tour around the city. It's part sightseeing and part business. His country was also behind the redevelopment of these houses at Kupfergraben, opposite the Museum Island in central Berlin. One of the current tenants is none other than Chancellor Angela Merkel. Next door is another building project. It's coming along slowly. The Chamartin group is constructing an office and residential block that will boast 15,000 square meters of prime real estate. Berlin's reputation as an exciting capital was only one of the reasons that Carlos Cutillas decided to invest here.
Not many people know that Germany is the world leader when it comes to exports. They think China or Japan export more, and it's only 2.5 hours away from Spain, so it's the ideal country in which to invest.
There's another huge construction site near Potsdamer Platz. 80% of this office block is already rented out. Despite the global credit crunch, Meermann and Cutillas had no problem securing a loan from the bank.
I don't think the crises in the financial markets can do any more damage than it has already done. I predict that the situation will start to improve slowly but surely next year.
Then the Chamartin group will embark on its new projects. The Spanish investor likes to do business over lunch in his favorite German restaurant. Under the watchful eyes of former chancellors, Cutillas explains what he likes about Germany.
With my living frame.
I'm not German, but I've always spent a lot of time with Germans because of my father. He had many German friends, and we always had German business partners. I've known some of them for 30 years.
But when it's time for a toast, Carlos Cutillas remains staunchly patriotic. He and his partners toast to their latest projects with Spanish wine.